Well, thank you. It's certainly a great pleasure to be here this afternoon. And given the extensive experience of my colleagues, my current colleagues in the IB Diploma program here in Greece, I can only assume the reason I was asked to speak was because of my past life as an academic affairs officer in the Canadian Embassy. And I'd like to share perhaps a unique perspective because I have been on both sides of the fence. Today, I don't know how many of you, I've heard a few people talk about the IB Diploma program, but I'll just like to give a little snapshot of what the program is, and I'm being very literal, it is a snapshot. The IB Diploma program is driven by a common vision, and it is clearly reflected in the mission statement, which I'll read to you. The IB aims to develop inquiring, knowledgeable, and caring young people who help to create a better and more peaceful world through intercultural understanding and respect. Poetic, yes, but very relevant in 2013. The IB is a 2-year academically challenging program for students aged between 16 to 19. It promotes the education of the whole person, their intellectual, social, emotional, and personal well-being, and it has increasingly gained more and more respect and recognition by over 2,000 universities worldwide. I invite you to visit the IBO website, where you can have direct access to admission policies as stated by your own institutions and others from around the world. And you can also have direct access to the program's curriculum, past papers, just so you can see how demanding and how deep the program really is. Now, a little bit about the IB Diploma program in Greece, who we are. There are 14 private or international schools that offer the IB Diploma program in Greece. They are all located in either Athens or Thessaloniki. There is recently, a network has been established called IPSIGA, which is the International Baccalaureate Schools in Greece Association. And it is a network of all IB schools, and our job is to promote the philosophy of the IB in Greece, but also it's a forum for exchange and collaboration between IB schools. This isn't an exact number. There are about 1,000 at any given time. There are about 1,000 students enrolled in the IB Diploma program in Greece. The curriculum is delivered entirely in English, although the program can also be delivered entirely in French or Spanish, depending on the school. The direction of study of most of our students, this is sort of a priority list that I put together based on what my colleagues' input has been. And as you can see, it starts with engineering and technology, business, anything to do with business, business administration, marketing, economics, the applied sciences, then the life sciences, biological sciences, medicine, and architecture. I shouldn't even say the vast majority study abroad, almost all of them study abroad. This is a program that is geared to preparing students for university outside of Greece. So I would feel very comfortable in saying 99% are going to study at a university outside of the country. The UK is the top destination and has traditionally been so, not only in IB schools, but in public schools, students who decide to study abroad, the UK is the destination of choice. At my own school, this has also been a traditional choice for many, many years. But I'm pleased to say that we're making every effort to diversify, to give students more and more choice and talk about other destinations that they may be interested in. The other countries that most IB students decide to pursue their undergraduate degree is the United States and then the EU. Germany, France, and the big up-and-comer, the Netherlands. Interestingly, I should say that Greek students compose the 4th largest international student population in the UK, anywhere between 15,000 17,000 undergraduate students at any given time. As far as the Netherlands is concerned, this is the 3rd largest international student population. Again, I shouldn't say this is at the graduate level, not at the undergraduate level for the Netherlands. Our students, our diploma graduates, are accepted at some of the world's best universities, and I can say some of the best universities. Approximately 30% receive offers from the top 200. And so where are they going? This is where they're going. This is a compilation of last year's university acceptances from Greek IB diploma schools. So you'll see, I'm personally very pleased to see more and more EU countries in that list. And now I'd like to share with you a slide that shows the Canadian universities that diploma program students chose to enroll in this coming year. This is it. Now, what's interesting about this is that all the students that were accepted at these universities all had Canadian citizenship. They all had a family member living in the city in which they were going to study. And as you can see, it's all in one province. So, who's our competition? And I'll say our because I'm also a Canadian, and my past experience allows me to say we, because I'm also very committed to encouraging my students to think about Canadian universities. So, the competition. The competition is the usual suspects. The British Council, the Fulbright Foundation, the DAAD for Germany, the Institut Français de Grèce for France, and the Netherlands Institute. All of them have offices in Athens and in Thessaloniki, and they conduct very, very aggressive and comprehensive outreach programs, and ongoing. In fact, I think my colleague from Athens College will confirm that the Fulbright Foundation is actually the 2nd oldest Fulbright program in the world. So they've been here doing this for a very, very long time. What do? They organize annual educational fairs, and these fairs are always organized and timed according to the country's admission cycle. So early October will be the US Fair, and early November will be the British Council Fair. It's an excellent opportunity for students who are just about to submit their applications to sit and meet with admissions officers or international recruitment staff from universities. Parents are at these fairs as well. Outreach to schools. All these countries conduct outreach to all the international schools. We are approached constantly by these organizations, and we're asked if they can arrange to give a talk to parents and students about studies in their own countries. They also organize weekly information sessions on their own premises. Some are very specialized. For example, the British Council will do an information session on, do you want to be a doctor or want to study medicine in the UK? So they are targeting exactly who they want to recruit. They also organize counselor workshops where we are taught how to apply to universities in their country. We're presented with the comparative advantages of why we should encourage our students to study in their country. They also offer a long list of services. As you can see, they're test centers. They have very, very good resource libraries, electronic and traditional. They provide application assistance, translation, housing information, mock interviews, everything. They are also very keen on organizing educational and cultural events. These are an integral part of the work they do. They organize summer programs, guest speakers, very, very visible and well-known speakers from universities who will come to give a guest lecture, festivals, music, art, all these things are intertwined and closely connected to their marketing outreach efforts. Now, why would I ask you to think about IB students in Greece? Well, first of all, as representative from Simon Fraser University correctly said, they are extremely well prepared for university life and life beyond. They're independent learners, they know how to conduct research, they are excellent critical thinkers. The degrees, the families who send their children to IB diploma programs are very, very aware of the importance of a university degree from abroad and what it means for success in the local job market or for working abroad. This is a group of students that are geared to studying abroad. That's all they're thinking about. They will not be applying to Greek universities, so they have to make a choice. English is the language of instruction. They are extremely proficient. In many, many cases, I'm sure you will confirm this, in many cases they are exempt from taking the English language proficiency tests because their English is at a level where they can certainly function and perform very well. The families are prepared for the cost, very well prepared for the cost of studying abroad. In fact, the cost of taking the IB diploma program in Greece represents an investment of 10 to 13,000 euro per year, and this is a 2-year program. Some studies, some market research that I read said that Greek families who send their children to study abroad spend anywhere between $20,000 and $50,000 per year. Yes, I should also say that IB schools are very, very open. We're very receptive to having universities come on our campuses to speak to our students. We have requests from some of the world's leading institutions who come on our school campus and will speak to 5, 6, 10 students. We invite parents to join us in these discussions, so you have access to our campuses at any given time. We also provide a very extensive support system helping students who want to apply to universities abroad. So the guidance and advising mechanism, if you will, is very well established, and we partner with universities and admission offices from around the world to help our students do their very best. So, what can you do to reach us? I think everyone spoke about the level of academic excellence and the international ranking of Canadian universities. This has to be pointed out to parents and students who are thinking about studying abroad. They don't know that 20 or 10 of our universities are among the top 20, 50 in the world. They don't know that our institutions rank well above some of the more, let's say, visible competitive universities out there. So I would say, talk about it, don't be shy. I would also say, highlight your innovative programs. Our students are interested in high-tech, cutting-edge programs, and you have them. And this is exactly what you should be promoting. Again, outreach on the ground. Visit us, talk to us, come and see our students. Tonight will be the alumni event, and it's very, personally, very touching and exciting and emotional for me because I'm an alumna. But it's also a very important tool that you can use to increase the number of students who may be interested in applying to your universities. U.S. universities in Greece have, I can't even tell you how many alumni clubs or groups representing, I have a 0 thing. Okay, so use your alumni to either interview, recruit, and talk to people. Clearly state, I'm going to take 1 more minute, I'm going to just take it. I'd like to ask you to clearly state your diploma program admission requirements. And I was debating sharing this next slide with you, but I'm going to share it. I took this, how did this happen? A student came to me and I was encouraging her to apply to 3 or 4 Canadian universities for a degree in immunology, one of our top students. And she went away and did her research and came back and said to me, but miss, I don't know, the requirements seem so low. Are you sure it's a good university? And I said, what are you talking about? Are you kidding me? And she said, yes, they're only asking for a 28. And that made me go into the university websites and look for myself. And this is what the kind of information I found. And as you can see, I highlighted some of the things that were red flags in blue. So for University A, the requirement was complete the diploma, pass the 6 subjects with a minimum score of 28 for a very academically rigorous program for students that are really looking for the creme de la creme of universities abroad. I know it's tricky because you do have to really widen the range of academic requirements in order to have as many applicants as you can. But this sort of seems to backfire when we say this is a world-class university, and then in the IB context we are saying let's ask for a 28. There seems to be a little disconnect. I'll just point your attention to the very last one. I found this one to be the clearest and the most competitive, shall we say, requirement. Clearly, you want to study biomedical sciences, life sciences, microbiology, immunology. Well, you have to have at least 37. That's extremely competitive. That's a very high score, at least, minimum. Let me see your application with a 37. And then the specifics. 6 in math and sciences, and math has to be at the higher level, and 2 of biology, chemistry, physics. So I encourage you, I don't know quite how to say this, but I do encourage you to revisit the scores that you're posting for our diploma students. Okay, my time is definitely up. If you want to reach out to Greece, and you want to increase the number of international students at the undergraduate level, I encourage you to reach out to the diploma program in the countries. Thank you very much.